we already know, chords we already familiar with, and that's that. Okay, who's buzzing in my ear? Why am I getting the buzz? Oh, because it is. Okay. I'm like, why is it buzzing? All right, so we can, we break down chords that we already know, or maybe we already familiar with, maybe we have already played. Beginner musicians maybe have not figured this out, so we'll try to work with both ends of the park, if you will. So for my beginner musician, I haven't warmed up my fingers or nothing like that. I was watching videos of these musicians playing up on the keyboard, but it's been a while since I may come back to it, but right now I've been playing right here in the middle. Just my opinion is that you got somewhere to go. You got more room to do things versus being up here, and after a while you run into a wall. You can't do no more than what you can only do. So I guess it has its place for everybody. So transposing, let's get to it. So transposing made simple for anybody that wants to learn how to play. I use the simple song, I Love You Lord, today. That was an accident. Okay, and so I try to simplify it and make it super easy for me to do, and for me to move chords from one key to the other and not make it so difficult. All right. Let's see the beat. I'll slow that down. So I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Today, 7-3, because you care for me. I can't sing in such a special way. 6-7-1, back up again. Ba da da da. 2-3-4-5. That's why my heart is filled with praise. Back to the 5, and then I'll stop and come to the 1. Alright, and I try to make it simple, easy, that I can potentially remember how to play the voicings or chords that I'm choosing to use. And I want to use it same kind of chords in the next key. Every chord I play is a major move, right? And I want to put it in D, I just half step it up. That diminished move, half step it up. That 5, half step up to 5. Right? So I can play the same chord. I love you, Lord. Same finger, not the same finger. I may change the finger in the left hand for the most part. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Today, 7-3-6. Now you probably say, how do you figuring this out? All I'm doing is taking the key before and half step it up. It's in any, I almost wanted to say something, I don't want to offend anybody, but it's just about almost the same similar chords as you would hear other musicians playing. Our favorite musicians are playing the same chords. It's like, why are we making it so difficult, or more difficult than what it looks like it should have to be difficult? It should be simple and easy to do. We just duplicating the same chord I played, D flat major, the 1 up, D diminished 7. I'm going to the 2, 1 up, 2, and I'm playing 2 chords there. And then I'm going to the 5. and back to the 1. Now, if I want to even simplify it even more so, I just go like this. It's the major chord. I love you today, right? You know, but I'm trying to give you more fingers to play with, for more chord notes to play with the thumb, so you can have a nicer sound. And listen, there's more than one way to approach things, but I just try to find an easier way to approach this. See, I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. You see, I found a space. Now think of this. Now I'm gonna do this count. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I found a space that I can add another chord to it. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. I could have threw another chord right there. Alright, I could have threw another chord right there. I could have threw a chord before I got even to my target chord. I talked about this in other previous videos. That you take the idea and you using the transposing. D flat major 7 flat 5, D flat major 7 flat 5, D flat major 7 flat 5. There's many ways to approach this voicing. I can add extra notes. At the end of the day, I'm still playing the D flat major 7 flat 5, D flat major 7 flat the 5. That's my D flat major 7. That's the 1 and the 7, right? Now I gave you the 3 there, right? I gave you the 5 and flat the 5 to the left. I can voice it that way too. All right, but I'm taking off a note on the bottom and putting it here, which is my 3, and that gives you a different flavor. I can go with the E flat bass or the A bass, depending on where I want to transpose this. You see what I'm saying? Transpose, and get to my 1. What? I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Oh, I'm off on the beat, but you see what I'm saying? But so I had to find that area where I can throw extra moves in there along the way. Oh, we use the word passing moves, right? You know, passing chords, passing moves. So if I have time enough that, and I'm counting like how many, you know, what's the count for the move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. No, well, there's no 4. I can't count 1, 2, 3, 4 because I gotta move to the next move. Well, I can do this. 1, 2, and go to the minor move to the 5, right? You see how much time I had? I had time enough to throw another move in there before I went up to the 2. All right, 1, 2. See? I love you, Lord. Love you, Lord. I still had time to go throw something that 1, ba-da, 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 ba-ba-ba, ba-da, 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 da-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da, ba-da-da, 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 ba-da-da. You'll come back up with the move if you wanted it to. Ba-da-da. Then that move again. D flat major 7 flat 5, but I'm just transposing the E flat major 7 flat 5, E flat major 7 flat 5, half step back to the D flat major 7 flat 5, D major 7 flat 5, to the D flat major 7 flat 5. What? To the G flat major 7 flat 5, and then the D flat 6/9 chord. In fact, actually, if I wanted it to, I could have went up. I just now that's a whole nother move, right? I'm just transposing. If I wanted to do da 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 da, I'm just transposing. Just transposing it. What? Wait. The diminished move. I love you. Da 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 da. It's my own little thing. Right, and then you can do what you want to do. I turn around, I can do this 6, 7, 5. I'm sorry, 6, 7, 1, or 6, 7, 1 major, or 6, 7, 1, or whatever version I want to use. 6, 7, 1, 1 up to the 2. Then this move 6, 5.5, 5, 1, 4. I could have went up. Or da-da. Half step up. That's all about transposing. If you have time to get there. If you can make sense out of it. Good Lord. Transposing. Just mess around with it, with it. I'm going between the major move and the secret sauce chord with the tritone. Transposing it. Transpose. That's all we're doing. Or I haven't practiced that in a minute. Or transpose. It's transposing. And I can change the bass line. It's all about transposing, learning how to transpose the moves, because you never know. You might hear a musician doing that. I love you, I love you, da 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 da. Or now I'm taking you to another move. But whoever, you know what I'm saying? I'm rusty with it. Yeah, so anyway, transpose. So I want to take that same idea and go up. Playing the same chord. 2, 7, 3, 6, or what? I can use that same idea. I hear the idea in my head. But anyway, so transposing, create an idea for yourself. I did see a video or a conversation, so someone said, "Be you, do you." All right, be you, do you. At the end of the day, if I learn some chords from somebody, or pick up some chords, or even just creating some chords out of the blue, and do what I do, right? I'm not copycatting with somebody else's doing, but at the end of the day, we all end up copycatting with each other in some kind of way, some shape of fashion, or whatnot. You know, we end up copycatting one another somehow. I just tell the short story. My honey thought that one day, I was looking at a video on YouTube, and she was like, "That's you. I know that's you." I'm like, "How do you know that's me?" She's like, "I know your plan. I know your style of playing." I'm like, "Yo, boo, this ain't me." She was like, "I know it's you. I'm telling you, it's you." I'm like, "Bruh." So she was like, "Give me that phone." And it wasn't me. She looked at me, she's like, "Oh man, this dude sounds just like you." I don't know this cat from a can of spray paint. He don't know me. I never subscribed to his page. He's never subscribed to my page. The point is, the dude sounded like me. She said he sounded exactly like me until he did something that I don't do. She's like, "Oh wow, he sounds just like you." Uh, yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, his style was similar to mine, but until he played another kind of chord that I didn't do, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, that was a little different right there." Hey. So it's not that we as musicians are intentionally, and I'm speaking for myself, but um, but there are musicians that are out there who want to copycat. And when I use the word copycat, I use this friendly, if you will. They want to sound exactly identical to other musicians, and I am not gonna bash that against that, because if I told y'all this story, y'all trip. But then some of y'all would understand where I'm coming from. I'm an OG, so OG gonna know. Like, for example, people used to say, "Boy, you sound just like your daddy." I'm around my daddy every day, right? So of course I'm going to learn some of his attributes. I'm going to pick up some of his attributes, all right? I'm going to pick up some of the way he talk, maybe the way he walk, or maybe the way he carry himself, and that's going to be in me. Especially if it was a good thing, right? I just use that as example. And even if it was a bad way of how my dad was, or whatever, right? If my dad was a crook, a thief, a murderer, or whatever, I might end up picking up his attributes, because guess what? I'm around that environment. So you become what you are in that environment. Now, I tell anybody I grew up in the hood, and I didn't come out acting like I grew up in the hood. People wouldn't even believe that I lived in the hood. None of y'all wouldn't believe I lived in the hood. Yes, I grew up for a little while in the hood, but I didn't come out that way, right? I came out with some good sense because my mom taught me well, my dad taught me well, right? Just unfortunately certain situations may happen in our lives, right? All right. But that don't mean you gotta be a part of that. Oh, you know what? I'm on a whole nother. Let me get off of that. Some of y'all catch that later. Catch that on the next. Maybe I'll preach about that on the next video. But the point is, you whom you around, you end up. If I'm around musicians every day, or if I listen to certain particular musicians every day religiously, eventually, but usually, is when you're around someone for a long period of time. So I was around the guy who was teaching me some ideas for a long period of time, but I didn't gather his attributes, but I gathered the way he played his chords. And I remember one Sunday I was playing at this church who we were playing at, and some people came up and, hey, Trey, what's up, bro? Oh man, I enjoyed you on that organ, man. You sound just like so and so. And I'm like, and I was offended at first, but then I took that as a compliment at the same time. Basically, I was offended and I took it as a compliment at the same time. That meant that my playing got better. All right. In the beginning, I used to play like this. These are the chords I learned, by the way, that I taught myself. And that's where I was at. All right. You know. Now y'all catch me. You know, doing whatever, right? You know. Yeah. You have won the victory. Y'all probably say that's some Mike Burrell stuff, you know. Yeah, that's the Mike Burrell moves, right? But listen, y'all, these chords I already knew how to do. This movements, these chords I already knew already. You know what I'm saying? You know, I already knew these chords. I just didn't know how the other musician was placing them. You know, I already knew these chords already. You know, one, or you know, I already knew these chords. Da, 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 or da, whatever. I already knew the chords. It was just how they arranged them, right? Doesn't make me a copycat. It just so happens I already knew the chords how to play them. All right. So to get back to what I was saying, people were saying, "Man, you sound just like so and so." I was offended at first, and then I took it as a compliment. But then right away, immediately, I start thinking, okay, hold on. Okay, I got my teacher teaching me some ideas on how to play something. So I'm going to start tweaking it a little bit. So every time he teach me something, I'm going to tweak it. And he used to get pissed off mad with me because he'd be like, yo, I didn't teach you that. Play it the way I showed it to you. Okay, fine, whatever, you know. Now, this is another musician playing this particular song, right? Now, you probably would say, well, you sound just like him. Yes, but at a certain point in time, I'm not going to want to sound like that person. But this is what my teacher taught me, right? He was like, man, I want you to check this out. You know, da, da, da. Now we're going to this voicing. Okay, y'all get the point, right? So I was like, okay, let me play that, right? That's cool. It's all good. It's all good because you're learning what someone else did. But at the end of the day, I can take that idea or those chords and chord progressions and tweak it in my own way. I don't have to necessarily play the exact how it was taught to me, right? Or better yet, I actually have to put in the works to learn how to do it. Now, as far as what the chord is called, I don't know. I'm gonna put it like this. Simon says to play this. Simon says to play this. Simon says to play this. And Simon said to play that, right? And so all I did was whatever Simon told me to play, right? The music teacher, I say. I'm giving him a name, Simon. Right? Simon said play this. Simon said try this move. Whatever, right? Simon said check this out. You know, do the jaw bars like this, and now you might get a little bit more. Nope. Nope. Yep. Oh, here you go, Doc. Now do it again. Now, he didn't tell me to do that. He just said play straight. Straight, right? You know? Next move. Now some of these chords I already was doing already, right? It was just the drop move I wasn't familiar with. The little minor move. New to me, right? Change the bass line. Go to the diminished move. Go to the diminished move. Woo! I already knew about this move. Y'all heard me doing this already. Y'all heard me doing this already. Or, alright, so I had to learn some new stuff. Right? I had to learn some new stuff from Simon. Simon's like, yo, play this, Doc. Come on, man. Man, you gotta get with this, Doc. Man, this is some serious stuff. I had to put in the work, y'all. So now, believe it or not, I already was playing this chord, but I was using this bass line. I didn't know you could go up here and do that. So I used to play here. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so I learned some new ideas. Oh. Now I can take this idea and tweak it. And I don't have to play the exact same thing. I can just go straight to the chord. I would keep some of the integrity. Let's see, bop. Or that move I told you earlier. See what I'm saying? I can change that whole thing. You see what I mean? I didn't have to roll into it. You know, I don't know. Now this is how it really supposed to go, right? Let's listen to what Simon told me I was supposed to play it, right? Now let's listen to the way Simon says you're supposed to play it. All right, let's get at it. Did I put the plug in? Let me see. Did I put the right one? Let's do it again. That's the correct way. That was the first thing. Simon says play this. Simon says play this. All right, let's get the other move, right? Let's get the other move. I hear that, right? So 5-1. So 5-1-3. Then it goes to a tritone with the major. Okay, what happens next? Pause. All done. Oh, Simon says play that. To the one, the blood. Okay, that's the one. All right. So Simon says play this move. Okay, all right, that's the 3. What? To the 4. 4. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Let the minutes move. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm saying. So Simon Says play this. Okay, let's listen to the rest. 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, 6, 5, 4, 3. Back to it. Okay, so repeating the 3. 4. Different chord on the 4. Oh. Oh. Right. So Simon says, listen, at the end of the day, is my point is I'm trying to get at is that these chords already know how to play them. It's now a way the musician is arranging them. Right? So if I told y'all to practice your major move, let's do the left hand because I'm trying to get away again. The major move, the minor move, and your inversion, right? Your augmented move, at 7. Then you have a major 7. Now sharp 5. Oh, okay. Your diminished move, dominant chord, major 5. They call this a C7 or C9 chord because this is actually C7 until I add the D there. That's the 9. Okay, C7 chord, dominant chord. Do your inversion, right? Then you have your major 7 moves. Then you have your sus2 move. I call it the secret sauce chord move, right? D7 sus4 chord. Then we go back to a major move, and then we say, okay, we have the sus2, taking the 5th in the C scale, drop it to the bottom. I have a sus4. Of course, it's going to share the same secret sauce chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the same chord. And then the tritone. Now, suppose I do all of these chords in all 12 keys. All of the 11 keys now, not 12 now, because I already did it in one key, which is C. And all I need to do is take those same ideas, transpose them to the next key. And then when I listen to the song, I'm going to find the chords. Now, you remember the other formula. That's my first formula. I didn't know anything about this other formula yet until 2019, to be exact, right before the pandemic, before we had the pandemic in 2020, around about my birthday or so, October, November-ish, in that month or whatever. And then I had just learned this formula: major on the 1, minor 2, minor 3, the 4, the system, the numbers, that Nashville system, right? 4, the 5, and the 6, and then the 7, and back to your 1. I just learned that formula. And then I heard a guy talking about something on Facebook, actually YouTube, matter of fact, jazz musician, teacher. Hey man, learn this formula. And I'm like, oh, I already heard about that already. Okay, cool. I'm already working on this. And all 12 keys, by the way, right? The scales and the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Right? C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. D flat, E flat, and learn my scales, right? The notes. And then the numbers that's associated with it. And then guess what? The chords. The chords that go to it. 1, this is my 2, this is my 3, right? My 4, my 5, my 6, look at my left hand, and then my 7. And I could do this in all 12 keys. Then I heard this jazz musician talk about that, and then he went on and said, hey, Lo, you know what? You could take this thing to the next level. Now, he didn't physically break it down, but he mentioned, hey, you know what? You can add on to your major 7. Left hand trying to get away. You can do your major 7. I'm like, oh, oh, okay. He went on to say you can do your sus2, so I had to investigate. What's a sus2? And I found out that. He said, also you can mess around with, they call it the secret sauce. I'm like, okay, that's why I call it the secret sauce. I'm like, oh, but really, it's a D7 sus4, all right. All right, so we have the major 7, right? We have the sus2. We have the dominant chord he mentioned, right? And I had to investigate what is that, right? I had to go look at it and sit here and figure it out. Oh, these are chords that nobody mentioned. Oh, and then he went on to say, hey, at the end when he got done with that, then he said, oh, learn your tritones, jazz musician, all right? Famous man. I ain't gonna tell y'all his name. Anyway. Y'all probably gonna be able to see it on my most liked, I'll tell y'all what. I can't remember the man's name. He's a jazz musician. But anyway, he's probably on either my next to watch, or he's also on my like, or either on my favorites, or he's actually listed on one of my whatchamacallits, but my videos are sort of locked or whatever. Anyway, so you may find it, but he went on to mention this stuff, and I was like, man, let me sit down and investigate. So I went to start messing with the major move, the minor move, the augmented move, the diminished, and I came up with this idea with the right hand, and I said, man, the left hand need to get involved. Right? And I started making my left hand get involved. And next you know, my left hand is getting at it. Now, what I'm about to say next, y'all better pay attention. Because what I'm going to say next is what the man says, now learn mix and match chords. He said, just say like that, remember the Nashville thing? Your 1, your 2, your 3, your 4, your 5, your 6, and the 7, right? He said, what if you just took the 1, put it in the right hand? What if you took the 2, and then now you have a what? D minor 9/11 chord. Now remember, you have to know your scales in all 12 keys to pull this off to understand how this works, because now you got that D there, but what if I told you to go up here and you hit the D major chord? In fact, I'm on a D bass line right now. And if I said flat the 3rd, you have a minor, D minor chord, and then you do your scale. If you know your scale, this is your 6, that's your 7 in the scale. You have to flat the 7, now you have a D minor 7 chord. And if you know your scale, that's your 1, or your number 8, and then that's your 9, which is number 2. 1, 2, and now you have a D minor 9 chord. And then after that, it was pretty much history. After that, and I figured out the minor 9, and my 11, and the 13th. And it turns out to be what I said earlier, but I'll say it again. It turns out to be the 3. The chord on the 3. We had the 1, I put it at the top. I had the 2 chord, which is a D minor, right? Later on, I found out it's an E minor chord. Doesn't matter where I place it at. I can place it here or up here. And now I have a D minor 13, 9, 11. And it turns out to be a what kind of chord? A C major 7 chord, which I had already said down here. Oh, what? What if? And then he said, "What if I told you to go to the 4 chord?" Now he didn't do this like I'm doing. He just brought it up, and I said, "Let me go investigate this." And so I said, "Well, what if you go to the 4 chord? It's an F major chord, whether you do the root position or the second inversion." At the end of the day, you got that C major chord at the top. You got that pedal down there on D. It's still a D minor 9 chord. Doesn't matter what I do. Or it doesn't matter if I even go to an A minor chord. It's still a D minor. Now it becomes a D minor 9, 11, D minor 9 chord, because we got rid of the what? The 11. Unless I put the 11 here in my left hand. And now all I'm doing is fulfilling the partial of the minor, E minor chord, y'all. The C major and the E minor is a C major 7 chord. Oh, duh. See? Now I'm back to my C minor 9/11 chord. because I put the G underneath. And using the E minor in the left hand and the C major on the bottom is still in even chord. Even I had it here, but now I'm taking you to the A minor move. You also will have the A minor in the middle and doing inversions. Why? Because they all share the same notes. What? The D minor and the A minor shares the same notes in the scale. Oh, in its scale. What? So, with that being said, you could take the same information and transpose that up, back, whatever way you want to go, and next you know, you're playing chords that you already hearing other cats do. The mixed matching chords. You know, you can take a double major, you can take another major chord, E flat, and you can mix that with a B flat. I'm trying it over E flat. Let me try it over C. Uh-oh. Let me try it over F. Oh my goodness. And can I do it over B flat? Kind of sound funny a little bit, but it works. It'll work. Right? It's workable. It's durable. Right? But for sure E flat. For sure C. And for sure F. B flat kinda. Maybe if I had the G minor with it mixed with the B flat. Maybe it might work. Yeah, it might work, right? For whatever the situation I'm dealing with at the moment. So anyway, taking that same information and transposing. Point I'm trying to get some of y'all to understand is what I was about to say, is that you end up playing chords that other people are playing. Doesn't make you a copycat per se, because at the end of the day, you're going to end up playing the same chords somebody else is doing. Now, unless you sit there and you really like, I really like diving in, trying to every move. All right, you know, every move. All right, I want to learn this every move he doing. That's okay. Cause if you really trying to learn, I'm trying to understand what he doing. A flat major 7 over E flat. Oh, okay. Now you think of that tritone, or it could be a diminished with the G major chord, root position, version. Now I can do my thing. And tweak it a little bit. Do my thing, right? Let that finger do what it do. Do what it do, right? I could have went the other way. Going up or in reverse. He goes in reverse with the move. Oh, I can go up, or just go stab at the chord and I'll be done with it. B flat. Now he's not playing the bass line. Oh. Technically it's the 5. Because he's doing all this on the 5. And then technically he could have stayed on the 5, and then now we go to the 1. See, I'm doing something different, right? Something slightly different. Can't help but to understand that E flat. I'm going to another scale. Right? I can go to the C scale and grab chords from there. Now I can go to the E flat scale. And if each note that I might hear, I can go to the B flat scale, A flat scale, and grab chords from that. And then next year I know I'm playing some mixed master chords. So if I told you that A flat major 7, root position, first inversion, second inversion, the third inversion wouldn't have worked out, because I need this note and that note. So that meant you had to play this second inversion. Then all the blood. Now we're going to E flat. And the next move he goes to the 3. And check it out. With the E flat scale. Now watch this. Now I said E flat scale. Pay attention. E flat, right? But also you have the sus2. Pay attention. You also have the B flat sus4. And that's all he did. Oh, on the 3 and just using da, 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 or da, 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 da. Or you can go, I'm coloring it with the 2. It's an E flat chord, y'all. And there's that A flat major 7 chord I just mentioned. A flat is related to C minor that I explained on other videos, to E flat, to G minor, to B flat. Then we have the sus2, secret sauce, the sus4, sus2 again, its secret sauce, and so on and so forth. What? All right. So it becomes game on. And there it is. And there it is. Oop, there it is, right? Oops, there it is. Oh, and you can't help but if you really paying attention to this. For me, right? You can go, or you can change that. You know, it depends on what your ears want. If you want to hear the sus2, if you want to hear that major add 6, but I hear them doing that in my ear with the voicing. For me. So that could be, you could treat that depending on how you want to do it. I'll probably use this chord here. It's the 5 chord in A flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's technically okay. It could be the 5 chord in A flat. It could be the 1 chord in D E flat because the preacher goes, can I get it? Can I get it? What? Witness, right? So in E flat, it's the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the A. It's the 2 in A flat. I meant to say. And also you can use it on the 5, on the 2. And also the 5 in A flat, the 1 in E flat, the 5 in E flat. For me, I don't need to reach for that technically because their voices is taking care of that for me. What am I playing technically? D flat major 7 with the A flat with the F minor underneath it. What? B flat minor 9, y'all. It's a B flat minor 9 chord. I'm just carrying it with the pedals. B flat minor 9. And B flat minor 9, you can voice that in so many different ways. Make it smaller. Come in. Come in. Yeah, so for me. All right. Anyway, so. For me. For me. Then, then going to the B, the D diminished 7. B diminished 7, D diminished 7, but he's on a bass line, so that makes you play at B diminished 7 because of the bass line. For me. And now he's playing the C minor 9 chord. C minor 9. I'm just carrying it in the pedals and mix maxing chords. E flat with B flat. It could be B flat, E flat with G minor. Or both. Y'all see what I'm saying? He holds the 6, 5, 4, 3. Back to it. And this time we're going to a different chord on the 4. The sus4. I told y'all it was coming. F sus2. The C sus4. I told you it was coming. Did I not tell y'all it was coming? So where am I going with this? I'm saying my little formula that I was using was let you know that you have the major move, minor move, augmented move, the 7 diminished, your dominant chord, your major 7 chord, right? Your sus2 secret sauce chord, your sus4 chord, its secret sauce chord, which is the same one, or you can switch up the sus2 move to an F sus2, or C sus4 and its secret sauce. And so I started doing what I call process of elimination, right? I do what is called a process of elimination. And so I start realizing, wait a minute, oh, you know, that 1 chord, that 2 chord, that 3 chord, that 4 chord, that 5 chord, that 6 chord, that 7 chord. But then there's cases where you have to borrow another chord from another key. And that's okay. And that's what you end up having to do, is borrow another chord from another key to pull this off. So I said A flat major 7 over E flat. That's the two mixed match chords. Yes, there are going to be chords, combination of chords in between this. I ain't going to sit here and spend my energy showing y'all that. You already should know what I mean by that. But there's going to be chords in between the chords I'm playing. And if you look at them one by one, you're going to say, oh, that's that E flat. That's the E flat Dre was talking about. That's the E flat Dre talking about, right? Alright, there's that C minor Dre was talking about a minute ago. There's that A flat chord that he's talking about. Y'all gonna see these chords in the middle. I said I wasn't gonna show y'all, and I still did it anyway, huh? Alright, yes, yes. So you find what I call combination of chords in the middle, but this is considered as mix and match chords. Alright, so that's what musicians figured out. Hey, what if I put an A flat with the E flat? And look what I get. Inversion, look what I get. Oh man, oh, that sounds cool. Oh man, that root. Oh, first inversion, I'm talking about E flat now. Oh, okay, what's that song I heard? My wife been trying to get me to learn. There it is. Y'all what I'm saying? There it is. This one. And then, now the difference is what bass line I'm on. This time I'm using a B flat there that time. And the key of E flat, y'all. And then the chord I had just played earlier. So technically this starts on the 6 to the 5. This time I'm using E flat on the B flat, E flat chord, where I can also use it on the 3 in E flat. 1, 2, 3. In this case I'm using the B flat. Now you got to move to the 4, right? There it is, right? There it is. I told you it was coming. And because I said they were all related to each other, right? They connect. Okay. What was that? In matter of fact, this song is in E flat too. So that made it even more easier. But the thing about it was, that same chord can be used here too. Right? On the 3. Versus also on the 4. And also on the 3. What? Okay. So yes, I can use the idea. There it is. I told you it was coming again. I told you the F sus2, the sus4, or the. Now we're going to another move. This is not a mismatched chord, y'all. This is the C minor 9 chord. I'm just carrying the pep bottom on it, and it's just another way of approaching the C minor 9 chord, y'all. There's more than one way to do it. Yeah, so 6, back to it. And you're about to hit this one. 4, ba, da, ba. Right? That's where you're hitting that. Actually, you could go ahead and carry it. Now that changes what I'm saying. You can use minor move or the major move. Alright, then he's gonna go to the other part. That's where you take you Lamb of God. C minor 9, different way of approaching that. It's crucified. All he did was this move and watch the hand. All I'm gonna do is take the bottom row off. And move the hand here. E flat to B flat. Actually, I'm playing around with the secret sauce chord that y'all see me doing earlier. Or I can go B flat or both. The Lamb crucified. Watch this. This same chord I can put on the 1 when he goes up. But I'm going to move this and double up the chord. Alright? Same. Oh my. Crucified. That was on the 7. In E flat, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 to the 7. And oh my. Now he went to the E flat, the 1. Watch. Now watch this. I had already played the chord already. I gave it away. And he's going to hit you with the tritone. So high E flat, low E flat, and hit you back with that same move. Right, all my sin. He hit you with that, with the low E flat. Okay. So while he's doing it here, he's going up to the 3. He played it. So basically like you doubling up the E flat on the 4 this time. He played it time. C minor 9. 1 to the 7. He played. Oh, he's coming to the 3. He's coming to the, walking up to the 3, you know, 1, 3. And then he hit you with the E flat. Actually, he hit you with the E flat in the right hand and a partial of the diminished move. My bad. Hold on. There it is. He hit you with a partial of the F diminished move. And then he hit you with this. Let me hold on. And then you do this. 4, 2, 4, 2. Actually, you can hold that voicing there to the left hand. I'm actually curious. Hold on. Yeah, so you can actually hold that chord like and now he's heading to the 5. And I told y'all already about that chord right there. He's mixing with the E flat and the G minor this time. And we're on the 5. He holding 5. Hit you with the diminished move. And he's clustering it with the D flat major chord in the right hand. Mix and match the chords, right? So, I add my own 2 cents right there. Now it's gonna do the diminished move. Let's see. Let me see. He does 4 chords there. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 4 chords there, and then it's coming out. I told y'all about that in the book. I told you it's in the book. I wrote this in the book already when I was fooling around, transcribing chords. Y'all remember me saying this? That was this one. 2. Remember that chord? I just played that. And this chord. There it is. So he did. That's the voicing. And I'll be writing chords and stuff, and I'll be like, man, and then all of a sudden I hear a musician doing it, the chords that I'm already familiar with. It's just their pattern that they're using. So you know, but guess where he going? To the 2 chord. The 5 chord, the same thing. And then he goes back to the 5 chord here. So 2, 5. Now in the beginning it was this the 5, the 5. This time you're going 2, 5. And then now we're going to the 1. This is nothing but a sus4, and he's just doing it with the right hand, and the same thing with the left hand. And he's doing this on the 1 in E flat. That was after, you know, that other last chord he did, because he's walking back, because he was here on the 1, walking back to the 6.5, to the 6, to the 2.5, to the 2, to the 5. Right, so that's the move. What's that move? And now he's doing it. It's a sus4. Think of the sus4. And I said, what? What? Okay, now where we going? He went back to the 3. Except he approaching it slightly. So he's doing a little different right there. Versus the other one. You know, versus what he did in the beginning, right? You know. This one is, you know. And this time he going. It's like you holding the top note, see? All right, if you understand the voicing, the chords, he's just using the same thing as that sus2 and the sus4, B flat sus2, E flat sus2, and the B flat sus4, and he's figured it out. Oh man, you know. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go to the double up major 7 move, which again, I told you what it was related to, y'all. Alright, so we have the A flat, we have the minor, we have the sus2 there, we have the A flat again, and we have the minor again. That's what I would voice it as. That's how I would voice it. Now, if my hands can't spread that far out, no big deal. Notes I know to go to the minor move, and I'll get away. It's just one note, no big deal. You know, no big deal. Just one note. If I can't reach it, right? No big deal. As long as my pedals is on that what 4. That's all that matters. For me, right? For me. Either that voicing, I'll probably just go with this voicing here. Because they're carrying the melody line, the singers. That's just me. Come on, you dumb app. Yes. Now I might go ahead and use the sus2. Or, as I said, the A flat doesn't matter. Either one of them is going to work in your favor. And right back to the same move. And then this time we're going for the minor move. See, because he switches over this time, then use the minor move. And I clearly hear. I clearly hear that. Versus the B flat. Now I hear the minor move, E flat mixed with the G minor. As I keep saying. And then he drew that same thing, 6, 5, 4. Thank God he repeat the 3. All right, cool. I told you that it was coming. Did I not tell y'all these chords was coming? D flat major 7 flat 5. D flat major 7 flat the 5. The other notes is just the 3 at the top. All right. D flat major 7, right? Flat 5. That's just another voicing. So we just took the 3 and put it at the top. Now, you hear me when I say this. Now, he could also use the 5, the 4, and the 5 doing this. know. So I have a choice of after that last chord. Ba, ba, ba. Now he's gonna hit you with the ba, right? The one, real quick. The 1, 3, right? Ba. Let me see. Hold up. Let me see. Ba. Yeah, that's on the 1. So again, let me listen to it because sometimes my ears may hear the 3, or I might be hearing the 5. Remember, it's a sus4, right? So I might be hearing him doing this, and he's doing it slick. Well, I want to use the word slick. It's just smooth. If you do it smooth, you won't. No one's not going to notice that you're going, you know. And I'm not carrying the top note because he's doing this. It's the secret sauce, y'all. So let me see. Hold up. Hold your horses here. I told you I hate that. So I have my reason for feeling that he could have, because I'm already holding the 5 technically. However, I think I'm hearing him doing this. Do. And it's real quick. Alright? And that's just me. Alright? So, and this is really smooth. It's not in your face. Now, I did transcribe this. All right, I did actually transcribe it. Had it transcribed. All right, so now that makes me curious. Let me see, what part did that put me on? I don't think that's on part B, right? Hold on. Let me see, where am I at on this page? I believe it is on here. All right, hold on. All right, hold to the bridges. I think it's right here. Let me see. Hold on. What's this part? Oh, that's the end. Okay, so it's before that. So this is the next time around he does it. So the first time around. So let's rewind. I think it's right here. So I was right. It was this. So he smoothly omitted this. Right, walk up to it, and he plays the same chord here. Okay, man, that's crazy. That is crazy, right, man? So this is right. Now, I can go ahead and carry the F on the bottom here, right? Because remember, I said I was gonna grace into it. So I'll go ahead and carry the F on the bottom, right? And that's what he did. So let me see how I get there. There it is. Alright, so that's the move he did. Or I'm carrying the same. Hey, stop scorching in my ear. So he's gonna carry that same chord, and even if he doesn't carry the C on the bottom for the next move, but it's still the same chord. It's still the same chord, yo. And just changing the bass line to the next one. Why? Because I'm going to that diminished move. Now this could get tricky because let me see, B flat, G, D. Because he plays this. Oh, okay. I see what he's doing. I heard this chord before. Mixed match chords at the diminished move with the minor move. He plays this particular chord progression later on in the same song in the key of F sharp, by the way. That same exact chord. That's funny to me now that I see this movement. My fingers still want to do it anyway. Ba, ba, ba. Same chord. Now, the difference what he did here, he's doing this movement on the B. Because remember, earlier it was diminished. Now he using diminished with the minor move. Now, when he did this in F sharp, he used it on B flat. Watch this. You're gonna find some of the same chords you used earlier in that key. Here you go. Use it on B flat. In the key of F sharp. This same exact chord, he this time used it on a B. That's interesting, right? And then 6, 7, same chord. And then he slickly did this quietly. Right back to the same thing. Walk up to the. Okay, so using a partial of the diminished move. Alright, and then these movements that he used the mellow. He didn't, he wasn't out there with the drawbar settings because he was playing it real smooth. Right, so and this time he did use that time. The first time around was that time, right? See, big difference. I'm gonna use that D. Spread the hand. Spread the love. This time I use a D on the bottom. I don't necessarily have to because it's in my pedals. Right, same chord. Da 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 da. This time I use that same idea, but this time I'm gonna use this then. Why hold that movement? You know what? Yeah. This time I change the voicing in the left hand. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Right. Okay. The last chord he switched up. And so he goes to the F in the pedals. And go to E flat. This is interesting. Let me see how I pull this off. Supposed to be that. That's what he switched up there. The other time he didn't do it that way. He kind of went another way, right? So the other time he was going that way. Right, you know what I'm saying? I didn't necessarily have to drop there, but my pedals is there. This time, let me see, hold on. This time, yeah, this time. Right? So you switch up and then take it to that same chord. And then we head out to E. Oop. It's on the high E. Alright? So kind of memorize doing that. All this stuff I'm doing, y'all, is transposing chords, all right? And that's what musicians are doing, is taking ideas and transposing them, whether it's half step up, whether it's transposing or up or back, and changing around the bass line and playing around with stuff, right? Taking some of the same chord and go to another bass line. know, I can do all this other stuff, right? You know. You know, this is at the end. This is toward the end. Or actually on a whole nother video for a whole different type of movement. But you guys see the point is that it's all about taking chords, and you know, regardless if you pick up ideas from other musicians, just take that idea, and I always use the word tweak it, right? Tweak it the way you want to play, right? You know, I could take that same idea and transpose it, transpose it, transpose it, transpose it, transpose it. Because now it's gonna get light on me, so that's why I start doing inversion. Right? I start doing inversion. Right? So I start doing inversions of it, right? Because at a certain point, you start feeling like, oh man, I'm starting to lose it here. See, I'm starting to feel like I'm losing it here. So if I know which major 7th chord I'm playing, what inversion I'm using, I'll play around with it until it sounds okay, maybe that might sound better. Want to change the bass line? You see? Start messing with it, you know, it's called transposing. Gotta get it wins. And you know, inversion. Whichever one sounds better. Whichever one sounds better. Yeah, that sound sucks. Sound sucks, so I had to find an inversion to sound better. Or find one that sounds better. Find one that sounds better, and that's what transposing is all about. And so a lot of the stuff, I'm hearing this stuff, I'm like, oh man, all right, I know these chords, right? And he just basically repeated that. He's gonna repeat that, some of that. It was like a little drag, crucify, right? And I know y'all heard that. And crucify. This time, this is what he changed up here. Crucify. And he goes straight to O. It's the sus4, sus2, y'all. But, you know, he's using 2 hands to pull this off, you know. All this is on the 5, on the melody line. Until he gets to the 7. And then we're coming out on the 1. All right, on the 1. All right. And some of that, I call it styling a little bit, because that's at the end, you know, he's like going, oh, so, oh, how precious, kind of styling it, oh, you know, so he's styling, oh, how precious is love. Like, you have to style it a little bit. I mean, you know, and that's what it is. You know, that's what it is. Now, a lot of stuff, I will probably keep the integrity to the moves. And then y'all heard it. All right, that's the next key, y'all. And all right, so it's all about taking the ideas that you know how to play, or maybe you learning to learn how to play, and you taking them to the next key. Up, back, whatever, and you can use the same exact chords. While we're making this more complex, and yes, you may have to alter the chord because you may have to no longer use the root. You can sound better with the second version. And so you may have to. I might use this voicing. 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 At the end of the day, it's still a minor 9 chord. I might even go here. Matter of fact, let's check this out in F. The key of F, y'all. He does this chord in the key of F. Let's go to F right quick. Let's see F. Let's go to F. He goes. Familiar chords. Can I get it with? The God said, "Let it be light." See, yeah, it's the preacher chord. I just told you was coming, right? And the secret sauce chord, I just told y'all earlier when it was gonna be E flat, major 7, flat 5, E flat, major 7, flat 5, E flat, major 7, flat the 5. Where's the 5 at? Flat the 5. Oh, all day. I think that's what we're doing. Hold on, I might have to look at the note and see. I think he walks the pedals back. Let me see. But all right, so let me find F. Right. The point is about transposing. Now he may not take all of the ideas as a musician to play this same chord or the same song using the exact same chords. Because you remember I said earlier, you can, I probably said it in a bit, maybe I probably forgot to mention it, that you can substitute the chords, right? You can substitute the chord. You don't necessarily actually have to play all of the chords the exact same way from one key to the other. You can kind of find another alternate way of doing it, all right? In this case, he's found another way to approach the song in another key. Using some of the same chords incorporate, so some, not all of them. All right, so he's figured a way to come at it at a different angle slightly, and not that much. Believe me, not that much, but just enough to say, hey, you know what? I want to approach this next key in a different way that I approached it the first time from the key of E flat. Where is it? Hold on, y'all. I had this all ready the other day, so I can prove y'all that that chord that you will already know, for one, or number two, you will be about to get ready to learn them, and then where the other F is? Where is the other key? F. All right, that was, what was this one? Oh, duh, it's in my face. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. That's not it. That's 3A, part 3A. Wait, is that the part 3A? Hold on. Oh, okay, so I'm forgetting. Okay, so that must have been on E. Hold on. But you guys already heard the move. This is when he gets to this. This is when he gets to this move. So that was on E. What a key of E I just added. Hold on. So this is when he's coming out of the key of E to go to the key of F. Alright. So he's found another route. Alright, another route, but it's not what I say super significant that yeah. It's not super significant. Hold on, where my E at? Where my E at? Where my E at? I just have the key of E. That's E flat. All right, but it's not extremely significant, major, you know, like, oh man, it's so super major differently. But he just found another way to approach it. Okay, key of E. So this is when he's coming out of the key of E. Let me see, transitioning from out of key of E. Let me think. Where is it at? That's 2A. Am I missing a page? Because I said transition, so I must be missing a page. This is the last chord. Okay, hold on. So this is the chord. So this is when he's coming out of a E. All right. This is when he's going to the. So basically, he's coming out of E on the 1, and then he's going to the 5 in E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So he's going from the 1, 5, and then now he's going to take you to F on the 2. And then he's going to take you to the 5 and F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 1 in E, the 5 in E, the 2 in F, and then I think he's so he doesn't do that walk down. Okay, that's just me adding that on it. Okay, so E. There it is. So we could use the E major chord. C major chord. Remember I told you about the inversions. Or I could use the secret sauce chord. I'm going to use the C major chord. Actually, what it is, my thumb wants to use both. Right. All right. So, fortunately, that's what my fingers wants to do. So, the move is 1 secret sauce chord. I call it, right? We already know what this is. Preacher chord in C. Actually, correction. We can use the C major chord. Well, we also gonna use the A minor chord. Yeah, had to think about the A minor move. And I'm hitting you with the tritone. Now, if you took another look at this, almost like as if I'm saying, D flat, and I'm gonna sharp the 5. I mean, the augmented chord. The thing is that I'm using the E. So that changes my voicing. So A minor second inversion. So here we go. 1, 5, 2, 5. That's not supposed to happen, but my finger's doing it anyway. So sorry. And then as that's happening there. Let me see. I think my pedals is supposed to walk up. Okay. Let me see. The F sharp. All right. I don't know why I have 2 C's here. I gotta get rid of the 2 C's here because that throws me off. Let's get rid of that C because that's like doubling up the C. Because I'm already on the C bass line. All right. So I don't know why I did that. All right. So coming out of E. On the 1, on the 5, and then on 2, and on the 5 in F. Alright, and then I'm going to F sharp, right? Ba-da, ba-da. Alright, so now as I'm about to do that move, the left hand stays the same with the tritone and with the C sharp at the top. That's when I'll switch over and take you to the secret sauce chord here. Let me see. Hold up. This voicing here because I'm going to F sharp. And so you see how quick I gotta move the finger out the way and switch the finger to go here. So now that brings me to the 1 up. In the key of F, 1 up. Now, let me leave it like that. I'm gonna park it right there. And then now we're going to the 1. Remember the secret sauce chord? All right, and so now we're on the 1 now. All right, so ba-da, walking up the pedal. So 1, 1 up to the 2. 2 up to the 3. That's the move, right? All right, so that's what's happening there. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. 1. Mix it up. The last chord. I'll do it again. Let's do it again. Because I have another way I do it. So let me see. Let's see. Hold on. No. See, that's the way I was thinking. C major chord or the secret sauce chord, and I just realized it's A minor, and then reach up to here. So my brain is locked in on that move. Let me see. And everything he played was mellow. Right, the drawbars weren't pulled out in those 3 keys: key E flat, E, and F. He kept it really mellow the whole entire time. Didn't mess with it at all. Like he just literally killed on his keys, right? You know. I gotta get my fingers to do it now. Ba-da. 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 Back to the secret sauce chord, the major 7 flat 5 chord. All day. And stay on that pedal and go to the diminished move. And now we want to go to the minor 9 chord. Whether you hear it this way, whether you hear it this way, or whether you hear it that way. All right, so let's smash on this. I gotta get used to doing it now, because I was doing it my own way. Ba-da. Ba-da. Okay, what's cracking here? What we doing, right? So basically, after you did all the minor move, reached over, and then the secret sauce chord. Then we're going to the sus4. You just adding an extra little note, I think, or I'm actually adding the extra note, the D underneath, because my fingers want to play the 2 notes, right? So, yeah, good luck with that. Up. Remember this chord, the same chord y'all heard earlier. Remember in the key of E flat? He does it in F. But we're using the A pedals this time. Last time we used E flat. Now we're doing it on the A. Oh, and this is the sus4. I'm just throwing my little, doing it like that. All right, so that's what's happening there. So let me brighten up just a little bit. Give you a little brightness. Ba-da. Ba-da. Look at my fingers there. Ta-da. And here it comes. I'm using my whole hand, that whole right hand to pull this off. But technically, it can just be, as I said earlier, the minor 9. Now, you know your E minor chord is, this voicing. But this is the D minor 9, or D minor chord. Now, I could change the voicing and go G, F, E, and D. Right? But it's still a D minor chord. I may not, because I'm picking it up with the right hand. You follow what I'm saying? You follow what I'm saying? No. I'm just picking it up with the right hand, and my right hand is going to carry some more notes, so the left hand will just do less work. Now, if I can't reach that right hand some more, no big deal. I'll just pick it up. Oh, now how am I really playing this, right? I throw my 2 cents in there, right? And it's just really me do, as I said earlier, y'all. And I'm just voicing it, and I can make it sound a certain way. Right, that's just me. And yeah, you know, you can do your thing. Or like I said, or you know, like I said, and I'll be done with that and just play the 3 notes up here. Now I really want to move my pedals down to what I call the flat 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, because I'm here. And then that allows me, I can go here now on that voicing, or that voicing, or that voicing, or this voicing, or this voicing, whichever one I want to do, right? Okay, y'all feel what I'm coming from? Y'all feel what I'm coming from? So all this stuff I'm doing is all about taking chords that you already know from one key, you just transposing it. Ba-da, ba-da. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, now normally he plays a soft. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. You know, as I said, when I go to that diminished move, then it takes me right down to it. But that's not what he played. He played it on the A. Then he went to the move. So 3, right? Basically just on the 3, and then to the 6. But me, I feel like I want to go to the 3 flat 7 to the 6. And the same kind of scenario that he used earlier on the minor chord. 6, 5, 4, 3. Remember that? 6, 6, 5, 4, 3. Bum, 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 bum. Y'all know that groove. Some of y'all ain't always been saved all your life. I used to hear that back in the day when I was a kid, you know. Do, 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 do. And he did that in the E flat. 6, 5, 4. I'm sorry, E flat. 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4. Hold on. What key am I? E flat. Yeah. 6, 5, 4, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3. Right. He did it there. And then he did it in the key of E. Same scenario. I know we didn't go to E yet, but what? Wait. That chord. So he's doing this. So we go to the last. The difference is he did different in E flat, right? Remember he did this move. Remember that, right? All right. So when he did it in E, he did it a little bit different. He didn't play it the same way. He maybe used 2 chords when he did it, right? So when he came out, what was it? That y'all heard his voicing on A flat, but he used it on B. Then then you hit here, then walk up, walk. He used that chord there, same chord from E flat, but then he stayed on the same chord, 1. Then he took you to sus 4, and then he took you to the major 7 on 4 and E, the 3. I'm sorry, the 3. Then he hit you with the 2. Right back, that same chord on the 5. That major 7 on the 5. How precious is the coming out of the E. And that's how you got here. That's how we got there. So he played some of the similar chords and then figured out another way. When I use another way, I would say to eliminate some of the chords that he did in E flat, he found a shorter way to do it in E. And then he found a shorter way from E to F and played it a much shorter way of approaching the moves in F. That's why I said when he went to E, it was like this. Coming into E. Come out E flat. Remember? Then what? 3 to the 4. To the 5, 5 up to the 6, back to the 7 pedals, 1, 3. While you hold that chord, 3 to the 4, right back to it again. Now we're gonna come out to another move, like an E break. Same chord that he did in the E flat, except he's gonna change up. Stay here. Right, 3, 2, walk up over to the sharp 4, to sharp 4 to the 5, 5, 1. So 1, 5 in E, 2 in F. Up 5, up 5 in F. 1 up in F, and then now we're on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, E, 6. That's where we're at now, in the key of F. So that's where we're at. Come on. 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 3. Woo! And now we're on the 1. And then he plays another chord movement on the 4. And then while you're on the 4, what? Major, 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 major 7 on the 5. Back to the 3. That same chord here, right there, and I'm out. Peace of love and cornbread. Woo! Fire! Fire in those chords! Fire! Fire! Fire in them chords! Leave me alone.